Hello, Homestead. Please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please stay standing for a moment of silence.
Right now on HHS In Depth, with tomorrow's IHS DTA dance competition taking place all day at Homestead, you will meet our dance teams in a story by Elena Hope.
A new club that started up this semester for girls in cybersecurity is Girls Go Cyberstart, and reporter Jenna Lane will get you caught up on everything about it.
Plus, reporter Roland McMillan gets you informed on Homestead's popular video game playing club, the Spartan Gamers Alliance.
Those stories and more, plus a look back at the past week of sports, as well as the Team of the Week in the Locker Report.
HHS In Depth starts right now. Welcome to another episode of HHS In Depth. Hello everyone, I'm Ashton Ackman.
And I'm Cora Shaw. Did you know that Homestead is hosting the state's biggest dance competition all day long tomorrow?
Reporter Elena Hope brings you a story over our dance teams this year and information on tomorrow's IHS DTA competition. Elena.
The dance team is one of the few competing performing arts teams here at Homestead. The JV and varsity dance teams travel across the state almost every weekend during their season to compete against other statewide and nationally recognized teams.
During practice, we start off running laps around the school, and then we'll get back into the dance room and we'll do some stretches to warm up our bodies, and then we'll start doing our jazz and hip hop dances, and every once in a while we'll do our ensembles too.
During practice, we focus on both of our competition dances by working endurance, forms, and technique.
The dancers don't just compete at competitions. The teams partake in different events throughout the long season.
Yes, we do lots of fundraisers like Mike's Car Wash and the Nelson's Chicken. And we'll have a couple of shows such as Spring Show and Preview Show and the Homestead Invitational.
Being on the team provides the dancers with many valuable life skills that will not only benefit them now, but in the future as well.
Being a part of dance team has shaped me into the person I am today, thanks to my amazing coaches, Brittany and Ashley.
There's nothing really specific, but we learn a lot about our future and what it has to hold, and Brittany and Ashley, our coaches, are the ones who have always taught that to us.
Homestead will be holding the Host Invitational Competition this Saturday, February 1st from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. in the gymnasium. Ensembles perform first, then team dances will follow. Here's a list of the performances in order. Small Ensemble, 11:44 a.m. Junior Ensemble, 11:52 a.m. Duet, 12:23 p.m. JV Hip Hop, 2:05 p.m. Varsity Hip Hop, 2:53 p.m. Champions Together Dance Team, 2:56 p.m. JV Jazz, 3:30 p.m. and Varsity Jazz, 4:26 p.m. The Champions Together Dance Team will be making their debut with the Varsity Dancers. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Elena Hope.
Students, this is just a reminder that next Thursday, February 6th, Homestead will be on a modified schedule like yesterday so that advisory can be extended for I-STEP practice testing. The earlier start will only impact periods 2, 3, and 4. Fifth period will start at the usual time Thursday.
Just because week is right around the corner. Juniors and seniors, pick your teams for Notorious Netters and Dirty Duckers. Netters will be held on Tuesday, February 18th, and Duckers will be on Thursday, the 20th. Team packets are available from Mrs. Moss in room 723. Send a team representative to pick up your entry forms as soon as possible. The completed forms and entry fees of $10 per person are due to Mrs. Moss by the end of the day on Tuesday, February 4th.
If you'll be 18 by November 3rd, you are eligible to vote. Young Progressives and Young Americans for Freedom are hosting a voter registration meeting today after school in room 614. If you have questions about politics or why voting matters, they will also be hosting local figures to speak about local and state politics. Snacks will be provided. If you plan to register, please take your laptop and driver's license.
Graduating class of 2020. Last week, you should have received an email from Mrs. Boniff with a link to a Google Doc for you to verify your legal name as it should appear on your high school diploma. If you have not yet filled that out, please do so now. You have until the end of the day today to indicate the proper spelling of your legal name as it appears on your birth certificate for your diploma order. Otherwise, Homestead will use what is listed in PowerSchool.
Homestead students are invited to tour Italy in the summer of 2021. You'll visit the cities of Milan, Venice, Assisi, Pompeii, Rome, Sorrento, and Capri in one amazing trip. All Homestead students are eligible to travel with the group. If you sign up today, you will receive the $200 discount off the price of the trip. Contact Mrs. B in room 208 or Mrs. Ricker in room 204 or email them for more information.
And now here is a look at the clubs meeting over the next week at Homestead. First up, Best Buddies will meet today right after school until 3:30 in the auxiliary gym for a fun kickball tournament. See Mrs. Hoffer if you have any questions. K-Pop Club meets today after school in room 924. Next Tuesday after school, go find out what the newly formed Catan Club is all about. For those who are not familiar with Catan, it's a unique and tremendously fun board gaming experience. It's suitable for beginners, yet challenging enough for the seasoned gamer. They'll meet in room 932. And finally, Film Club meets after school next Tuesday in Mrs. Ricker's room, room 113.
A new club for female students is up and running this semester. And to teach you more about what Girls Go Cyberstart is, here's reporter Jenna Lane.
Girls Go Cyberstart is a growing club at Homestead based around cybersecurity and how girls can get involved. Biology teacher Mrs. Kronk and computer sciences teacher Mrs. Hershey started the club to introduce Homestead's girls to the world of cybersecurity.
Girls Go Cyberstart is a club, and it's to help girls learn about what cybersecurity is like, learn how to hack and how to investigate and do some things in the background to solve problems. Mrs. Kronk first heard about it, and she and I do it together, and we decided that there's a lot of girls that have just unbelievable talent in science and technology.
It's a website and program that a lot of schools use to get girls interested in cybersecurity. So there's a lot of activities and different challenges on the website that we go through.
Girls in the club can learn new coding skills and work through challenges to compete and earn cash prizes.
So in Girls Go Cyberstart, you do little challenges that require thinking skills and lots of coding. So it works with other programs that we use in the computer science class.
One thing we did was hacking challenges, and so you have to look at a certain page and find what the hidden message is. So little things like that.
We socialize. I mean, that's always a part of a club, but we also get the software on their computers, and it's some scenarios and some challenges that they play, and if they solve it quickly and efficiently, then we score points for doing that.
Any girl who is interested in cybersecurity or computer sciences can join, and no experience is necessary.
Girls can join the club, and it's made for girls who are not in a computer science class, so if you want to experience computer science, you can do that.
We think it's a great opportunity to just have fun, and they find out what this really growing industry is about. It's a win all the way around.
If you enjoy computer sciences or want to give Girls Go Cyberstart a try, it's not too late to join. See or email Mrs. Kronk or Mrs. Hershey to get started. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Jenna Lane.
And now here's a recap of the recent tournament that the Spartan Gamers Alliance held to raise money. Here's reporter Roland McMillan.
On November 20th, 2019, the Spartan Gamer Alliance concluded their first fundraiser where a selected number of Homestead students went head-to-head in a Super Smash Bros. Tournament in order to raise money for a video game charity.
It was basically like a tournament where people would just come in and play, and then whoever would win would move up in the bracket, and then just the winner of it all would be the final winner.
I organized the entire thing. I was calling people to their matches. I organized the bracket, and I made all the decisions.
This was probably both the longest and the most interesting session that the Gamer Alliance has ever had yet, as it created a number of good memories for both guests and gamers alike.
My favorite part was when one of the switches stopped working because of parental controls, and we had to make use of it.
I found it really funny when I had to have everyone do rock, paper, scissors until the grand finals because we were running out of time.
They were successful in raising a total of $100 for Extra Life, a charity that raises money for people in hospitals by playing multiplayer video games. However, not all rounds were successful according to the club.
I definitely would have liked way more switches because, as I said, I had to do rock, paper, scissors. And so that was kind of unfair to people who actually wanted to compete. But other than that, I think we did pretty well.
But despite the small technical difficulties, the club had a good run. And the Spartan Gamer Alliance hopes they can do another fundraising event some point in the future. Reporting for HHS In Depth, I'm Roland McMillan.
When we come back, you'll get caught up with the scores for our sports teams this week,
as well as a look at the team of the week and the weekend schedule for Spartan Athletics. The Locker Report is next.
Tonight, it's another SAC doubleheader. The Northrop Bruins enter Spartan Arena. With the postseason starting next week, the girls finish the regular season with one final conference matchup. The girls game at 6 and boys to follow, live on the Point 91 FM and on YouTube at Homestead High School Media.
You're watching The Locker Report with Sports Director Ashton Hackman and Sports Reporter Caleb Wood. Your source for Spartan Athletics.
Homestead may only have been in the SAC for 5 years, but the Spartans have had no struggle being the #1 team when it comes to girls basketball. 44 regular season games up and 44 wins for Homestead. Ahead of their final regular season game here at home, we get caught up with the Lady Spartan basketball team, your team of the week. The Homestead girls basketball team is finishing up the regular season, capping off one of the best seasons seen in recent years.
You know, it's been an amazing season. We've worked really hard. We've really improved both on the court, and I think even our chemistry off the court has been really good, and I think that it's been really good.
It's been going really well. I think we've been working really good as a team, and lately we've just been moving the ball really well, so I couldn't be more excited or more proud, especially with the postseason coming up.
Postseason action begins next Tuesday as the Lady Spartans face New Haven in sectionals. With so much on the line, hard work and practice has not slowed down.
You know, at this point in the season, we've done a lot of the hard work that gets us to the point, so now it's just repetition. Really, repetition is the big aspect now. We've done what we really need to get to do. We're running the plays and knowing offenses and defenses, so really just making sure we are staying prepared and staying ready for each and every game.
We're just working hard on what we do while we're here and just focusing on what we got to do.
Despite the holiday tournament crown and SAC conference title, there is one moment that brings warmth to the entire team.
I think all of our favorite memories would just be Coach Parker coming back, this Snyder game, I believe. It meant a lot to all of us, especially me and Riley, because he's been coaching us since our freshman year and since middle school AAU. So just having him back, it's meant a lot to our team. You know, honestly, the day that my dad came back to coaching, the Snyder game was just an amazing game. I think we were all hype and all excited that our guy was back with us, and it was just an amazing feeling.
You can catch the Lady Spartans in action tonight in the doubleheader versus Northrop.
And now we take a look back at last Friday's doubleheader as the Homestead Spartans took on the Legends out at Northside. Senior Riley Parker with a layup, the first points on the board. Ayana Patterson putting up 2. Leading the ladies with 17 points. Freshman Molly Stock off the glass and in. Allison Stevens from the right corner drains it, nothing but net. Then Sydney Graber fighting her way to the rim. The Spartans keeping Northside down to just a single digit at the half. They did not stop there as they continued to play aggressive. Graber putting up the ball, and it's good. The girls up by 70 at the final buzzer. Another easy SAC victory on the road, winning 85-15 over Northside. Before the boys, the Champions Together team played a 10-minute game against Northside. Here's Gracie Martin bringing in points for Homestead, as well as Brittany Erling. Be sure to get out and support the Champions Together team as they play Wayne on February 11th. The Homestead crowd filling the bleachers as the boys tipped off, Andrew Leeper with a deep 2, and many more to come. The sophomore had a big game last Friday with a career high of 23 points for the night, including this one, Leeper taking it home. Jake Archbold getting a shot off from behind the arc. Luke Goody hits the 3, and again, knocking it in just before the half, putting the Spartans up by 14. Here's Leeper again, racking up the points. Then Luke Goody takes the ball away from Northside and slams it in for Homestead. Spartans winning this one 79-60 over Northside. Homestead basketball did not stop there as the boys had a quick turnaround against a much harder team on Saturday. Ashton?
That's right, thank you, Caleb. The number 1 team in the state entered Spartan Arena coming off their first loss of the season to North Central, but that definitely did not slow down the pace of this game. Homestead would learn early on why this team is number 1 in the state. Wildcat Tony Perkins with the bounce pass to DJ Hughes, and he slams it down. Homestead would hold up, though. Alec Grinsfelder drives to the hoop for 2 off the glass. Tight game throughout the half. Luke Goody shot off the rim, but Caleb Colpine keeps it alive with the bucket at the buzzer. Homestead down 1 and wouldn't come back. 43-36, the final. Lady Spartans are in the final week of the regular season. 2 games this week. First up was the matchup on Monday versus the number 8 ranked team in Class 3A, the Heritage Christian Eagles. Early on, Ayana Patterson knocks down 2 from 15 feet out, and Sydney Graber would be shining in the first half as well. She sinks the 3 from the left wing, and this team is filled with sharpshooters. Up top to Grace Sullivan, who gets it done from downtown. Homestead up 34-26 at the half. The Lady Spartans would continue to pull away the third quarter. And if you come face to face with this team, you can't leave Riley Parker open. The future Macedon does not miss taking it home with the corner 3 as Homestead would take this one 60-35. Don't forget that the Homestead Spartans are in action tonight in another SAC doubleheader right here at home. Both teams face the Northrop Bruins. On the girls' side, it is the final game of the season and senior night, so be sure to get out and see the Lady Spartans before they gear up for the postseason. The girls' game is at 6 and boys are to follow. Once again, that's tonight here at Homestead. A quiet weekend for basketball, but other winter sports will be in action. The wrestling team will be competing at regionals tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. and the gymnastics team will be up bright and early at 11 a.m. at Chesterton. So be sure to get out there to support them. Be sure to follow us on social media for all the latest HHS sports news and content. That'll do it for sports. Now here's Drew with a check of the forecast.
And now, your weekend weather forecast with weatherman Drew Persinger.
Hello there, Homestead. I'm Drew Persinger. This is the Drew Point. We've got mild temperatures coming your way this weekend, so let's take a look at your forecast. It's going to be cloudy tonight with a high of 41 and a low of 32. We're looking at a chance of some snow tomorrow with a high of 42 and a low of 29. On Sunday, it's going to be cloudy again with a high of 48 and a low of 34. There you have it, Homestead. That's your forecast for this weekend. I'll be back again next week with another forecast for you, but for now, let's get back to Ashton and Cora.
And that will do it for this edition of HHS In Depth. I'm Ashton Ackman.
And I'm Cora Shaw. Thank you for watching today, and be sure to follow us on social media for behind-the-scenes looks at the show.
You can also watch past episodes on YouTube at Homestead High School Media.
For all of us here at HHS In Depth, have a great weekend, and we'll see you back here again next week.